Duro Farotimi is one Nigerian intellectual I really enjoy listening to, and by the way, I only began to follow him last year. The depth of his knowledge is amazing. I say this with all seriousness. Most Nigerians are not very, very deep intellectuals. But this guy happens to be one of the few you can point and say that this guy is intensely knowledgeable. There was something he said this morning that I really want to get into. He was rendering a history of Nigeria as an entity that was put up by British slave traders, that a lot of people did not see anything good in as far as the nations trapped in it were concerned, that it was essentially good for the British. And he talked about an individual whose history is interwoven with the history of Nigeria. This was Awolowo. I would call him the most important Yoruba person of the modern times. I will go straight to the point. When he talked about how Azikiwe, who was the founder of Nigeria, if you want to put it like that, it was Azikiwe that got independence for Nigeria. While Azikiwe wanted a unitary Nigeria, I'm not sure Azikiwe really knew what he wanted, knew that a unitary Nigeria would mean that every ethnic group in Nigeria will lose its identity. But let's forget that for now, because history agrees with what Farotimi said, that Azikiwe wanted a unitary Nigeria. He said Ahmadu Bello, the leader of the Hausa Fulani, or of the Fulani, who was also the leader of the northern region, wanted Nigeria to be dismembered for everybody to go home. While according to him, and this is what I want to really look at, Awolowo wanted a federal system because Awolowo was sympathetic to the minorities in the northern region, and the minorities in the southern region. This got me asking questions. Awolowo was sympathetic to the minorities in the north and in the south. Why was Awolowo so cruel to the Igbos? What are we missing? It is recorded. It did come to us as oral traditions that Awolowo was one of those who stated that starvation is a legitimate weapon of war when it was being used against the Igbos, when 10,000 Igbos were dying everywhere, every day. Awolowo did not think it was immoral for innocent Igbos to be murdered en mass. But Awolowo apparently thought that it would be immoral to abandon, in his words, in the words of Farotimi, to abandon the northern minorities to Ahmadu Bello, to the sympathies of Ahmadu Bello. The question is, why did Awolowo not have any sympathy for the Igbos? Because even after the mass killing of the Igbos had paused, and some surviving Igbos went to Awolowo, who was the federal minister of finance and essentially the brain of the Gowon government, to ask for pity, to ask for sympathy. Some Igbos went to him. Some surviving Igbos went to Awolowo and said, release some of our properties that we assist so that we will use the funds to secure loans and build our businesses. Obinwakama, a professor in America whose father was in that delegation that went to Awolowo, said Awolowo brought a piece of paper, wrote down the account details of his private law practice and gave it to the Igbos with the instruction, pay £1 million into that and I'll listen to what you're saying. So the question is, why was Awolowo so cruel to the Igbos and apparently sympathetic to others? What are we missing? And on this note, I wish everybody a good week.